Hey there. What's up tonight, my fellow theater nerds? It's so nice to see you again. I hope you've had a great week. This is going to be a fun edition of This Week at the Theater, brought to you by Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance. We are SARTA, and we are so happy that you choose to join us for these weekly broadcasts. It's been a really good week in theater. Let me tell you about some of the cool things that we got to do this week. I get to brag about SARTA for a little bit because we hosted another one of the Tonight Starring events this weekend. We had over 35 people over at the Uli Theater downtown for a show called Bull in the China Shop. Oh my gosh. First off, it was a great show. The cast was amazing, as I knew they would be, and the audience loved it. I was sitting in the lobby listening because we were out of seats. What a good problem to have. And everyone was enjoying themselves immensely. There was lots of laughing and carrying on in all the right places. So, the next time we do one of these Tonight Starrings, you're going to have to come. If you didn't get a chance to see this one, hang tough. We're going to have another one. We've got a cabaret that I'll talk to you about in a little bit that's coming up. We're looking at doing something special to kick off our year-end giving campaign in December. So I'll bring you more information on that as I get it. So there's a lot of exciting things just coming from SARTA, let alone our other community theaters. So let's get started taking a look at what we've got this week at the theater. It's September 19th. We are halfway through this month. It's beginning to look a lot like Halloween. I'm sorry, that's one of my favorite times of the year. It absolutely is. We're already getting the decorations out and getting them all spruced up and polished up and putting fresh blood on things, that kind of stuff that you do around this kind of time of year. So, let's get ready for some of the events that are coming. If you have not already done so, please go to our website and check it out. If you are a participating theater and out here in our community, we have a space for you to put your information about your auditions and upcoming shows on there, and we will put it on our community calendar for free. Free. That's always a good price, right? Free. So, let us tell people what's going on at your theater. Visit our website, sarda.com. Here's some information on that cabaret I was talking about. It's coming on Saturday, November 11th. The audition information is now up on our website, so you can go there and get that. There's an address, email address for you to send your video submissions for an audition to, along with your headshot and resume, so that we can get this cast. You have until October 1st to get those in. So go to our website and check out the information on where to send your audition video for the Best of Broadway Cabaret that's coming up in November. We're going to be doing two shows, one at 3 p.m. and the other one at 7:30. So if you're looking to buy tickets for this next cabaret, you'll have a couple of opportunities, and those tickets will be on sale pretty soon. So stay tuned. We've got more to come on our Best of Broadway Cabaret. Another special event that happens on the first Saturday of every month, so it'll be coming up in another couple of weeks, is Story Time over at Sutter Street Theater. They do this at 11 o'clock in the morning on the first Saturday of every month, and you should go. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience, a great thing to take the children to. You can hear the actors come and read aloud these great stories. It's a free event, and books are donated by one of the local bookstores out there, so go and enjoy some story time with your young ones over at Sutter Street Theater, first Saturday of every month. Well, that was a lot right there. Let's look at a few more special events that are coming up. Celebration Arts is having a dance concert called Embodied Knowledge. They're presenting this in production, which is directed by Nicole Manker, and it's going to be on Saturday, September 23rd. So it's coming up this weekend. So get your tickets now. They're on sale. Celebration Arts, Embodied Knowledge, a dance production. It's September 23rd at 7 p.m. Also, at Celebration Arts, they're going to have a comedy night the very next night. So if you want a good laugh on a Sunday night, join them at 7 o'clock in the evening, hosted by Dee Tyler, and they're going to have a comedy night. They're going to have regular tickets for $25, or you can get the VIP package for $10 more. Let me tell you what you get for $10 more. You can have not only the entrance to the performance, but you also get a drink ticket along with that, and you get a ticket for the next production at Celebration Arts. Come on, that's worth more than just an extra $10, and you know it. Theater tickets are pricey. And if you're going to get that, you may as well buy the VIP package. So do yourself a favor, treat yourself that evening, get the VIP package so you can see another play at Celebration Arts, and go join them for a comedy night. Another special event coming up, the weekend of the 29th and 30th, Verde Cabaret is presenting an Oktoberfest. This is going to be over at the hall at St. John's Church downtown, and there will be food. They're going to have food and seasonal libation, as they call it. I mean, I can't imagine a Oktoberfest without maybe a beer or two wandering around. But there's going to be comedy and music and dance. It should be great. I've already heard some of the bits from the show. They're kind of hysterical, okay? If you've ever been to one of the Verde cabarets before, you know what to expect. And if you haven't, just you wait. It's going to be good. So Green Valley Theater Company's Verde Cabaret is presenting Oktoberfest. Dinner starts at 7 p.m. and the show will start at 8. So you can get your tickets now at greenvalleytheatercompany.com. That's greenvalleytheatercompany.com. Don't wait. They go fast. Winters Theater Company and the Friends of Winters, the library in Winters, are presenting Lit Fest 1. It's storytelling and poetry on Friday, October 13th. Yes, it's Friday the 13th, if any of you are superstitious about things like that. It's going to be in the Margaret Parsons Room in the Winters Public Library on Railroad Avenue in Winters, California. It should be great fun. The Winters Friends of the Library, in conjunction with Winters Theater Company, are asking folks to submit stories to tell. They want you to be able to share with them. So 4 to 8 minute stories or poems, no longer than 4 minutes on a poem. The cost of submission for your entries to this is free. It doesn't cost you anything to submit a story. And you might get selected to be a part of Lit Fest 1, this storytelling and poetry event. They've got more submission guidelines and information on their website, winterstheater.org/litfest. So check it out. If you're looking for something else fun to do, on October 14th, Freefall Stage is hosting a paint party dinner. That should be fun, right? You get dinner, you get all of the materials to make an outstanding painting, and you're going to get dessert and all your instruction, and you get to go home at the end of the night with a full tummy and a really cool painting. So contact them, freefallstage.com, to get your tickets for the paint party dinner October 14th. It's coming up soon. You better get your tickets. Okay, my friends, if you haven't done so already, get those headshots and resumes together because it's time for auditions. Yes, it's time for the auditions for the holiday season. And this time I mean Christmas, not just Halloween, okay? Gotta honor that one too. December will be here before you know it. Before you know it. So get ready to audition for the best Christmas pageant ever, right? It'll be a wonderful play. The Mission Avenue Players has an opportunity for their upcoming production of the best Christmas pageant ever. Parts available for several adults and children ages 7 and up. Auditions are going to be on Monday and Tuesday, October 2nd and 3rd at 7 o'clock. You only need to attend one of these audition times. You don't need to come to both. There are lots and lots of roles available. They're going to do callbacks on October 4th. So it's just going to be cold readings from the script. They're going to begin rehearsals on October 16th to get ready for the holiday season. If you want to be a part of this, contact Kate Muris because she'll let you know more information. You can also check out the website for Mission Avenue Players and see if there's more information there that you want about this. But if you want to be in the best Christmas pageant ever, you need to go to this audition, okay? All right, it's coming up soon. Auditions are at Sutter Street Theater on October 1st for The Quilt Maker's Gift. These auditions are going to be held at 7 o'clock in the evening at Sutter Street Theater. That's in Old Folsom on the main street. It's a glorious little old theater over there, and it's just a wonderful place. They do great holiday shows. They just finished their auditions for Holiday in the Hills. Now they've got The Quilt Maker's Gift. Go and audition for this great holiday classic, The Quilt Maker's Gift, October 1st at 7 p.m. This will be coming to Nevada City Theater next year in April and May. Snow Falling on Cedars. They're getting ready to have their auditions for this show on October 8th, 9th, and 10th. So, Community Asian Theater of the Sierras, CATS, is celebrating its 30th year by bringing back this award-winning show that they did several years ago, Snow Falling on Cedars, at the Nevada City Theater in Nevada City. So they're looking for 13 actors. So you've got a wonderful chance of getting cast for this show. If you need more information, please contact Community Asian Theater of the Sierras, catsweb.org. catsweb.org for more information on Snow Falling on Cedars. That's the auditions. Let's take a look at what's playing right now because we've got a lot of good shows running right now. Some of them are getting ready to close, so you better be prepared to get your tickets soon. This one just opened this last weekend at Big Idea Theater, and you gotta love the name. A funny thing happened on the way to the gynecologic oncology unit at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center of New York City. I'll say that again. A funny thing happened on the way to the Gynecologic Oncology Unit at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center of New York City. Whew. This is by Haley Pfeiffer, and it will be running through October 7th at Big Idea Theater. And the synopsis says, a foul-mouthed 20-something comedian and a middle-aged man embroiled in a nasty divorce are brought together unexpectedly when their cancer-stricken mothers become roommates in a hospital. Together, this unlikely duo must negotiate some of life's biggest challenges while making some of the world's most inappropriate jokes. Can these two very lost people learn to laugh through their pain and lean on each other when all they really want to do is run away? It sounds like it's going to be funny and poignant and heartrending. Go see this show. Don't make me say the name again. That was a lot. Okay, that was a lot. BigIdeaTheater.org. Get your tickets. Resurrection Theater is presenting its production at the Wilkerson Theater downtown in Midtown at the 25th and R Street complex. Take Me Out by Richard Greenberg. Think it's a baseball theme? Might be. Get your tickets now. It's running through the 30th of this month. Resurrection Theater. Sutter Street Theater is bringing you its production of On Golden Pond. This coming up weekend will be its final weekend, so if you don't get your tickets now to see this, it will be gone. On Golden Pond at Sutter Street Theater this weekend. It closes on September 4th, so you can see it on Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 or on Sundays at 4:30. And this coming Sunday at 4:30, last show. So get your tickets now. You know you want to go see On Golden Pond. Another one that's closing this weekend. You better get your tickets. Get revved up for the holiday season. I love it. Dracula, a Comedy of Terrors, is playing at the Chautauqua Theater. It's running again through this Sunday, this weekend, Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 2 o'clock. So go see some wonderful Transylvanian comedy, Dracula, a comedy of terrors. Another one that's been getting a lot of acclaim. I actually was listening to Capital Public Radio today, and I heard them do a short review of Clydes by Lynn Notage, directed by Anthony Dewan. The story of a bunch of ex-convicts at a truck stop trying to create the perfect sandwich while they also try and recreate their lives. This has been getting wonderful acclaim. I know several people who have seen it. It was the 2022 Tony Award nominee for Best Play, and it's a New York Times Critics Pick. This is its Sacramento premiere, so make sure you get your tickets soon to go see Clydes at Capitol Stage. Wrapping up its week at Sutter Street Theater will be Cinderella. This is performing through September 23rd, so through this coming Saturday. On Saturdays and Sundays at 1 o'clock. This is an adaptation which is directed by Laura Luke and rated G. It's Cinderella. It'll be wonderful. Dreams can come true. Sutter Street Theater this weekend. Another one that's a classic movie, actually, that is also a play. It's called Bus Stop. Bus Stop's being presented by the Placer Community Theater Company. They're performing also through this weekend, so this will be your last chance to see this great play, Bus Stop, presented by Placer Community Theater Company. Get them tickets right away, or they'll be gone. This Sunday will be the end of it. I hate it when shows start closing like that, because then you get a panic and you're like, well, let's see, I can see one on Friday, I can see one on Saturday, and maybe I can see two on Sunday if there's a 2 o'clock and a 4 o'clock matinee. I don't know. Try and squeeze them all in there. Davis Musical Theater Company has opened its production of Something Rotten. This is a hysterical musical. I've seen it already. It's very, very funny. It pokes great deals of fun at Shakespeare and other writers of his time and in that ilk. Davis Musical Theater Company. It's going to be great. It's playing through October 1st, so you have a little bit more time left to get out to see this one. It will be at the Gene Henderson Performing Arts Center on Penna Drive in Davis. Something Rotten. This is also the final weekend for Free Fall Stage's production of Pride and Prejudice. This is playing at the Royal Stage Theater, 6172 Sunrise Boulevard in Citrus Heights. Pride and Prejudice at Free Fall Stage. Roseville Theater Arts Academy is presenting its production of Footloose. And I know you're dancing in your seats right now, because that's just, you say Footloose and everybody starts, doing their best moves to it because you hear that song in your head. But it's closing this weekend. The 22nd and 23rd will be its final performances. So if you haven't gotten your tickets for this, you better get them now. Roseville Theater Arts Academy. It's a main stage production directed by Colton Archie with a musical direction by Jennifer Vaughn. Lincoln Theater Company is presenting its production of Fiddler on the Roof. It already had its gala opening on the 15th, and it will be playing through October 1st at the Lincoln Civic Auditorium, 511 5th Street, Lincoln, California. Get your tickets to go see this just classic musical theater production, Fiddler on the Roof. Volcano Theater Company is presenting one of Noel Coward's classic comedies called Blithe Spirit. If you're into mediums and crystal balls and a little bit of fortune telling, and maybe a ghost or two, you should go and see this. It's playing through October 15th. It just opened this last weekend. It's at the classic Cobblestone Theater up in Volcano. Listen, if you haven't been to Volcano to see some of their theaters yet, they have this massive amphitheater on one side of the street, and then they have this sweetest cobblestone theater on the other side of the street. Both great theater spaces to see shows in, and I absolutely love it. I've been up there to see these, plays at both of these spaces, and they're really a delight to be in. So get your tickets now. It's playing through October 15th. Tickets have been on sale for a while, so I hope you've still got time to get seats for this. It'll be great entertainment to ring in your fall season. Blithe Spirit by Noel Coward. Davis Musical Theater Company is presenting its production of Disney's The Little Mermaid Jr. It is going to be playing September 16th, so it just opened, through October 8th. So you still have time to get your tickets so that you can see this great production. I mean, come on, you know this. You know the story by now. This has been with us for some time. It's playing at the Gene Henderson Performing Arts Center out in Davis. Little Mermaid Jr. by Disney. That's what's playing right now. See, I told you there was a lot of stuff happening. Those are some great shows. Older, younger, mysterious, funny. You've got everything in there. Serious, you know. But we've got a lot of cool things coming soon, too. So let's take a look at those. Drowning Girls will be coming Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 and Sundays at 2 o'clock. It's going to be playing through October 14th and will open this weekend on the 21st. It's playing at St. Joseph's Cultural Center, in Grass Valley, California. You can contact sierrastages.org to get your tickets for this wonderful show, The Drowning Girls. The B Streets Theater at the Sophia is presenting Jump by Charlie Evans Simpson, and it's going to open on September 27th and will be playing through November 5th. So this will take you into your fall season nicely. As they're dealing with the recent loss of her mother and the inevitable loss of their childhood home, Faye finds comfort in a local neighborhood bridge that her mother loved. But one day she meets Hopkins, who happens to be on the bridge for other reasons. This sparks an unlikely friendship, and both Faye and Hopkins begin to heal each other as they process their grief together. Jump is a heartfelt new play that tackles the pain of loss and the beauty in connection. So another one of those wonderful, poignant kind of things. If you want something like that, just a story that's going to make you feel good, go see Jump over at the B Street Theater at the Sophia. If you haven't been over to that complex yet to see a show, you really, really should. It's a great theater complex. Now we're getting into the good stuff for the holiday season. Here we go. Always a classic, been playing forever. If Sutter Street Theater didn't do this each year, people would be highly disappointed. If you really are courageous, you can sit in the splash zone. I'm just saying. Evil Dead the Musical. It is so much fun. It starts on September 29th and plays through November 5th. Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 and Sundays at 7 o'clock. Plus, they're going to throw in a special performance on Halloween night, Tuesday, October 31st at 7 o'clock. What a nice way to wrap up the Halloween season, right? Books and lyrics by George Reinblatt, music by Frank Cipolla and Christopher Bond, Melissa Morris, and George Reinblatt. This has got music and choreography direction by Connie Mockenhop and is directed by Mike Jimena. It's PG-13. It is to R. It's recommended for mature audiences, and parental guidance is strongly advised. I mean, there's blood flying around. There's Kandarian demons. There's, sexual innuendo. You need to see Evil Dead, the musical. You absolutely do. If you want something a little on the more tame side, you can go see Sleepy Hollow. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is going to be playing October 7th through October 29th at Sutter Street Theater on Sundays at 1 o'clock. This is an adaptation from the story by Washington Irving, directed by Alan Schmeltz, and rated G. So not nearly as heartrending as Evil Dead, but it'll still be fun. It's a great story. If you've seen The Legend of Sleepy Hollow before, you know this one, and it's so much fun. How about another classic? The Addams Family is coming to the Woodland Opera House. When you're an Addams. I love this show. It's a great musical. It's going to be playing October 6th through the 29th, another one great for our Halloween season, on Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30, and then again on Sundays at 2 o'clock. So you can catch a matinee of this one too. So you've got Fester and Grandmama already. Go see the Addams Family. Get your tickets soon. Coming up after that is After the Blast by Zoe Kazan, directed by Jackie Martin. This is going to run November 3rd through November 25th. Yes, this will take you right into Thanksgiving. So, if you've got company coming for Thanksgiving, take them to the theater. I mean, you kind of want to get out of the house anyway. Take them to the theater. It'll be fun. No performances on Thursday, November 23rd for Thanksgiving. You have to wait until Friday. Okay? They want to go eat a turkey dinner too. So, make your plans to go see the show. After the Blast. Big Idea Theater. Here's that classical myth about power and limits in love, retold through its heroine's perspective in Eurydice. This is being put on by City Theater at Sacramento City College. The production's going to open on Friday, September 29th. And play through Sunday, October 15th. Yes, this is one of those classic myths, Eurydice and Orpheus, and they're bringing it to the stage. The performances are at 7:30, and then again at 2 o'clock on the weekends, on Sundays. The performances are held in the Art Court Theater. If you haven't ever been to the Art Court Theater, it's a great theater. It's a 3-sided theater, so acting is going on all around you. It's pretty amazing. So in the campus at City College, go see Eurydice. You can get your tickets now for this show. Just contact them at City Theater, Sacramento City College. Well, it wouldn't be October if we didn't have the Rocky Horror Show. Green Valley Theater Company presents Richard O'Brien's The Rocky Horror Show. It's playing October 13th through the 29th at Westminster Presbyterian Church. Yes, I did say it's playing at Westminster Presbyterian Church. They have a really cool theater on the second floor at the back of that church. Did you know that? It's a great space to do the Time Warp again. That's 1300 N Street in Sacramento. Tickets are on sale right now for the Rocky Horror Show. And if you've ever seen these before, Green Valley's been doing this for about a decade and a half now. And they do something different every year. And this year is no different. This year's theme is going to be Rhinestone Cowboy. So get your best Western gear and glitter out and go see the Rocky Horror Show. Again, October 13th through the 29th at Westminster Presbyterian Church downtown. Celebration Arts is bringing a dramatic story to you, Thurgood by George Stevens Jr., directed by James Wheatley, will recount the life of the first African American to sit on the Supreme Court, Mr. Thurgood Marshall, from his early days as civil rights lawyer to leading the end of institutionalized segregation, all the way up to his appointment to the Supreme Court. This is Landmarks in History. Take yourselves, take your children to see Thurgood. September 29th through October 22nd, Celebration Arts presents. Here's another one that's going to be great fun. It's 1948 in Little Rock, Arkansas, and Mama Loshi rules the roost. California is just a dream, but her son Harvey and his new wife Ruth may get there someday. Lost in Little Rock by Linda Taylor is opening on September 29th and playing through October 29th. Fridays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. and then again on Sundays at 2. R25theater.org is where you get your tickets for this. And R25 Group is in support of the California Stage Complex down on 25th and R. So go and see this amazing production, Lost in Little Rock. This story has become an American classic because it's based on a true story. This is the amazing story of Annie Sullivan and Helen Keller. The Miracle Worker by William Gibson is coming to us in November. Opens on November 10th and will play through November 18th at the Winters Theater Company. Get ready for some heartrending, passionate, empowering theater. Thinking about what this young woman went through to help this little girl come out of herself and become the amazing woman that Helen Keller became, the miracle worker. The Women's Theater Collective is presenting Emilia by Morgan Lloyd Malcolm, which is directed by Alison Galbraith and choreographed by Lisa Dillon. This is going to be they describe it as a riotous, witty reclaiming of the life of an exceptional woman. Every production from Women's Theater Arts Collective donates parts of its profit to women's causes. So if you want to support something like that, definitely keep an eye on their website, because they'll have a number of productions coming up that will support women's causes. This production of Emilia is raising funds for Single Mom Strong, which is a local nonprofit organization whose mission is to empower single mothers and their children through enrichment, encouragement, and educational programs. So Emilia, if you want to get your tickets, womenstheatercollective.org. That's womenstheatercollective.org. The show starts on September 14th and runs through October 6th. There's going to be Fridays and Saturdays at 7, and then Sundays at 6 p.m. at the Hut in Fair Oaks Village. Should be great fun. Emilia. Coming in December to Celebration Arts is another theater classic and a groundbreaking piece. This is A Raisin in the Sun, written by Lorraine Hansberry and directed by James Ellison III. This is considered to have changed the whole face of theater, American theater, because it was the first play written by a Black woman and produced on Broadway back in 1959. A Raisin in the Sun is the story of a lower-class Black family's struggle to gain middle-class acceptance. This is the story about people trying to buy a house during the time when redlining was rampant and people would not let them in. And even if you did get into a house in a neighborhood, you might not necessarily have been welcomed. A Raisin in the Sun. In 1960, this movie, and many of you may have seen the movie, was nominated for the play was nominated for Tony Awards, and the movie was nominated for several Academy Awards too. In the Tony Awards, they got Best Play for Lorraine Hansberry, Best Actor for Sidney Poitier, and he went on to revise his part in the movie. Best Actress for Claudia McNeil, and Best Direction by Lloyd Richards. So if you want to see an award-winning production, go see A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry. Celebration Arts coming in December. It starts on December 1st and will play through December 24th. What a wonderful Christmas present to give yourself, right? Lincoln Theater Company is also going to have some specials coming in December. We just got the notice that they're having a holiday cabaret from December 1st through December 10th at the Lincoln Theater Company. More information will follow. You can go to their website and get the data on this particular show and probably see if the tickets are on sale already. It's not too early to start planning your holiday entertainment. It really isn't. Winters Theater Company will be presenting their 10-minute play festival. And I know this seems like it's a long way away, but you know what? March isn't that far off, because we've already told you what's going on all the way through December. The only thing we didn't say to you was Happy New Year so far. So all you theater nerds who are into this, where are my theater nerds? Theater nerds, theater nerds. They're having a 10-minute play festival. It is going to be a collection of 8 short plays by local playwrights. It's going to be presented March 15th through the 17th, and again the 22nd through the 24th of 2024, next year, at the Winters Theater Company. If you want more information on this particular show, you need to go to winterstheater.org. That's winterstheater.org, and check out their website. Find out what's going on for the 10-minute play festival. And then I think wrapping it up for next year, at least so far, what I have so far, will be Nevada City Theater's production of Snow Falling on Cedars, presented by Community Asian Theater of the Sierra, CATS. This is going to be playing through April and May of 2024. They'll get more solid dates to us as it gets a little closer, but you already saw me post the audition information for it. The auditions are in October on the 8th, 9th, and 10th, and the show will be next April. So plenty of lead time. Go to catsweb.org. That's catsweb.org for more information on snow falling on cedars. Woof, that was a lot that's coming up soon. And you know what? There's going to be more because a lot of the holiday shows haven't even been posted yet. I didn't see a Nutcracker in there. It's not good until I see a Nutcracker. And who knows? They might throw a Grinch in the mix also. But let's take a look at some of the season schedules because we haven't wrapped up everything just yet for some of these theaters. We've got a little bit remaining. Right now, Pride and Prejudice is playing at Free Fall Stage, but pretty soon they're going to open their production called Help Me. This is going to open on October 6th and play through the 8th. So look for me to share that with you right now. Then they're going to wrap their season up in November with Amelia Earhart. So thank you, Free Fall Stage, for sharing your remaining season with us. We appreciate you. Davis Musical Theater Company, you already saw that they've got Something Rotten playing right now. They're going to follow that up with Oklahoma. And then Seussical, the musical. Fiddler on the Roof will come back around again. So if you don't get a chance to see it this time, maybe you'll get a chance to see it at Davis Musical Theater Company. DMTC does great productions too. They're going to follow that with Into the Woods. I can't even say the title of that one without hearing the music in my head, right? Into the Woods next year and in April and into May of next year, and then June into July of next year. I know you don't even want to think about that far ahead, but it's coming, right? Little Mermaid. So the Mermaid, we never get tired of the Mermaid. Come on, Little Mermaid. Again, you know, one of the cool things about the shows here at Davis Musical Theater Company and some of the others that we've shared tonight is that they all have underwriters. These are massive theater patrons. They are the big nerds, who are willing to give a significant amount of money to help get this production up on stage and out to you. So if you would like to participate, it doesn't have to be huge amounts of money, just any amounts of money to help support some of your community theaters, please reach out to them. I'm pretty sure they all have a donation button on their websites. They would be happy to accommodate you, or you can get yourself season tickets to that theater company. They offer season tickets to Davis Musical Theater Company. They are $90 for general season tickets and $80 for student/seniors, people over 55, season tickets at the Gene Henderson Performing Arts Center out in Penna Drive. You could probably go to their website and purchase season tickets. If you get it right now while Something Rotten's playing, you get tickets for this whole thing, the whole shebang. You can go see all these shows. Wouldn't it be wonderful? And you've already got your ticket and your seat guaranteed. It really helps the theaters too because they know that income. They know that person's coming and sitting in that seat. And usually, let's face it, when I go to the theater, I always buy 2 tickets. It's just me, but I always buy 2 tickets. And then I start, hey, anybody want to go to the theater with me? Let's go see this show. Let's go see a play. Let's go check out this musical. Take someone with you because theater's best when it's enjoyed with someone else. Woodland Opera House is another place where you can get season tickets, and they've got their season announced already. They've got the Addams Family coming up. We already showed you the picture, the posters for that. School of Rock will be coming up after that. They have a comedy that's coming in January that they're going to announce later. Then they're going to be doing Descendants, the musical. This is a Disney feature. If you've ever been on Disney Channel, the actual show, The Descendants, is on there. Damn Yankees, which is like musical theater classic, will be their next one. And then they'll wrap up their season with Peter and the Starcatcher. For all you Peter Pan fans out there who like that, that's going to be June of next year for Woodland Opera House. So you know they put on great shows. Get a season ticket for this one. This is their main season and family series productions. So there's a lot of good theater to see. You want to go see these wonderful things that are happening. I'm going to shift away from this for a moment, because without you, community theater kind of dies. We had a hard time during the pandemic. We had a really rough time getting people out of the house and keeping theater alive. We lost a number of theater companies because, I mean, if you can't pay the bills, you can't keep your space. We couldn't even be together, right? And when people tried to start coming back out again, shows were getting postponed and canceled because people were getting sick still. I mean, COVID has not left. It hasn't disappeared. The more and more people are getting vaccinated and taking good care to, take care of themselves, the better it is, but it's not gone. And we're looking at, cold and flu season is getting ready to start up again. So, have this conversation within your community to take a look at how do we help keep community theater alive and vibrant and relevant and just as a really leading edge to our community. There are several of our community theater groups, producing groups, who don't have a permanent place. You keep thinking, well, why are there, theaters happening in schools and at, churches and all these kinds of things? Because there aren't enough theater spaces, and theater space is expensive. So how can they do it when they can't get butts in seats? And we had like 2.5 years of we couldn't even be next to each other, let alone try and do theater. Now, some of our theaters were amazing. They figured out a way to pivot. They started offering things online and via Zoom, but not everybody had that option. So as we're coming back, as we're starting to breathe life into theater again, remember those kinds of things so that we can get out there. Donate to your community theaters. Volunteer to help at your community theaters. We can't put on things like this, Bull in a China Shop, without you coming out and being a part of community theater. We think this is so special that we did this. It was an amazing show. If you missed it, hang tough. We're going to do another one. I don't know what we're doing next time, but we're going to do another one. And we are asking anybody out there, if there's a show that you've always wanted to do, and you thought, well, no, I'm too old for that role, or I'm too young for that role, or no, I'll never get a chance to get cast for it. This is what Tonight's Starring is. You can let us at SARTA know that you'd like to do this, and we will find a director, and we will land a theater, and we will put it on for one night only, Tonight Starring you. And you can do your favorite passion piece that you would like to do. That is how the first two got done, and we're looking to see who would like to be next. We have a few folks in the hopper right now, so we'll be bringing back more information to you to let you know what's going to be happening with that and what's going to be our next Tonight Starring that's going to be in production. We're so excited, and we want to thank people like Sarah Lamb, who directed our last one, like Chris Smith, who's been our artistic director for all of these Tonight Starring shows. It was great. This was his brainchild, and he came to us at SARTA and said, I have this idea for how we could get people to come out and do these passion pieces. And we went, tell us more. My little theater nerd, go for it. Tell us more. And it was great because we took his idea and said, let's run with it. And we've done 2 of these now. So we'd like to do more. Please help us. Help you. Let us publicize your programs for free. sarta.com/shows. You can put your show information in there. We'll put it up on our website. We will put it on our Facebook page. We will put it here in Twitch and talk to people about it each week and let folks know what kind of amazing shows you're putting on. If you have not done so and you're here with us tonight on Twitch, please tap the little heart on the screen and follow us. And that way each week when we get ready to do this production and I come talk to you about what's going on this week at the theater, you'll get a notification. You'll get to tap, tap, tap on your phone and we'll come in and say, look at what's happening here. So follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Facebook at SARTA Theaters, on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. When we are done with these productions, we always go ahead and download them and record them and put them up on YouTube to archive them. So if there's something that went by on a specific week, or you want to listen to something again, or you want to go back and look at some of our prior community conversations that we've had with other theater companies and whatnot, they're all saved there on YouTube for you. So at Sarda Theaters on YouTube, at Sarda Theaters on Facebook. Come and follow us, hang out, let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods. If you go see a cool play or something you thought was amazing, tell us about it. We'd like to share that with others. We're really looking to find if we can start getting theater reviews rolling again, because that's something that, there used to be this thing kids called a newspaper back in the day, and people would go and see theater and shows and exhibits, and then they'd write about them and put it in the newspaper for everybody to read, and then people would come and see your show. And now newspapers are kind of online, and there's a select group that sort of looks at newspapers, or you might be getting your neighborhood newspaper, which doesn't always cover all the different shows and things that are going on. You may still be one of those people that remembers back in the day when we had the Sacramento News and Review. That was what they were there for. They told you all about all the happenings around town each week. We don't have them anymore, which is sad in a way, because they actually did fulfill a really good role in our community. Maybe something like that will come back, and maybe it won't. But we've got to tell each other, hey, I saw this show and it was amazing. You need to go see it too. Let me tell you all about it. So talk to each other. Get on those social media platforms and share with us what you've seen and what's great and what's happening. We need to know. If you haven't already done so, when you do go to the SARDA website, did you know you can become a member of SARDA? You can get an official Theater Nerd card for yourself, right? Because you can get a SARDA membership card, and we give you a spiffy SARDA pen to wear too. But you get discounts on all the SARDA sponsored events, like our upcoming cabaret. You won't pay the standard price, you'll pay a lower price. You'll get early bird access to tickets, so you'll get to buy your tickets before other folks, so you can make sure your seat is held. If you are a theater or a business that would like to be a part of SARDA, we will be advertising for you. We will put you in all of our social media. We will put you on our website as one of our supporting sponsors, and we will thank you profusely for that. Every time somebody mentions your name, that's another customer that's coming your way. So we want to help you help out your business too. So theaters, businesses, you're going to get website and social media opportunities galore. And there's a lot of other things that we're planning too, because we're planning some member events that will be really cool too. Like our December kickoff to our seasonal giving, and it's going to be a fundraiser party. I was already talking with somebody about this the other night, so got more coming on that one. Subscribe now. Come and be a member and enjoy the benefits and help us keep community theater alive. Your monies can be earmarked to go to our scholarship program. We gave away over $1,400 in scholarships this year to young people to go to the different theater camps and things. We are looking at putting funding behind our theater stipend program. If you're a theater and you need help with building a set, getting some costumes, purchasing the rights to a show, we're going to offer stipend amounts to our theaters up to $500 each. But we can't do that without your support, without your help, without your donations. So, even if you want to make a one-time donation, that's fine. Donate to us. We appreciate that. You want to become a member? Even better. Then you'll get more perks and more benefits if you do that. But help us support community theater by becoming a SARDA member. Well, I say this to you each week, and I had somebody do it last week. It was so cool because I saw them at the theater and they said hi, and it was just great fun. I hope I see you out at the theater, and if you do, please say hello, because I love to hear from the folks who are watching this and sharing with us. We appreciate you. Have a good evening, my little theater nerds. I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.